top 15 matchup here with plenty of intrigue because it's the SEC versus the Big 12. Two conferences with a long history of animosity match up once again. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies. Three-Way Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Street. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Aggies will kick this away to start us off. So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So Texas Tech's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We've got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week, but let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Heading left after the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Breaks the tackle to get back to the scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here.
This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Oh, the defense is missing out on opportunities. Got the home crowd, a lot of energy, and they're giving up big plays like this. Not ideal way to get a game started.
That's an important first down on that running play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and when you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice game.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and be a little bit more aggressive.
At the RPO, caught to the right. Then the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, two top 10 teams. But we know that at this point, rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered. This
deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Texas A&M's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Got a wide receiver here, Kirk, coming off a career performance last game. He was really unstoppable, bouncing around all week, looking to build on that and do even better this time.
Yeah, I think last week the thing that stood out when you looked at the film was he had a lot of one-on-one opportunities, and he made that defense really pay for it. Now it's a new week, new challenge. If I'm the defense coordinator, I don't need this guy alone coming off of the game that he had last week. Let's see how they defend him and how this offense can respond.
Across the 40. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Grab by the receiver.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. And it gets a completion.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll try the ground game here with running back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Try and muscle for the first down. Stopped on third for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up there for the offense.
So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustment and stop them this time. First down, looking to throw the football. Grab behind the line, it's Jackson. You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Going for his running back. And he drops it. He can believe it.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. He didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He pulls in the catch. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. The Red Raiders will bring their punt team on the field. Now this one has the punt for the first time this afternoon. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pass is caught.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. When a quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
That completion makes it second and short. On the run, it's Barry. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's Jefferson. To make the stop, he's in enemy territory now. First down at 45.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They test the middle there, but get nothing. They don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Receiver makes the picture. They make the stop at the 26, but first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
And the Aggies are looking to keep this drive going. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score on first down.
Each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Brought for completion. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly hold. Nullifies the play. Backs him up 10 yards. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Exciting quarterback duel in the making here. Check the first quarter stats. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. It's a putback. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. That sails right through the middle of the uprights. A solid kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Of course, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive, but at least 3 points up on the board.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start the 25. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They're trying to build on their lead, but they're forced to punt on the last possession. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's stepped in front of that bullet. He's bringing it back. He's going to take it in. Game-changing play. Touchdown.
six. For this guy, it's a nightmare in real time. And for the defense, unbridled jubilation.
Here comes the point after attempt. The PAT is good, so it's 13-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team not going to put their way. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Texas Tech offense back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back and do a pick six in the last possession. Breaking tackles.
This guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
For 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup, this offense trying to get something going on this drive. The throw, it's Hammond. Caught quickly. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel the movement between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again, getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of those top targets.
It's 3rd down for the offense. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line to try to first set it down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. It's a hard running there through a tackle. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. St. Tail back another carry. They try the middle of the gain happening on that play.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave it back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Hand off to the single back. And the play goes nowhere. Looks like about a yard. It will be 4th down. The Red Raiders will line up to kick it away. And they'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Christian, in the split era over the years, has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Grab down the middle. It's Jefferson. And see the brought down after a short pitching catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. And the back now goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Caught over the middle, it's Jefferson. He's starting out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. Man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on 3rd down. Give him the ball.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Handoff to the back. First down, looking for more now. Tackle made after a big gain. Moving to the 21. They
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Defense is coming after him. Pass rush gets home.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Let's see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it. Brought down at the 30, but that's enough for a first and goal.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to third down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's first and goal.
The Aggies looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Scanning the field. It's O'Neal. He's running out of time here. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play. Goal to go is tricky when you're trying to throw it in there. And if it's not there, throw it away and live for the next down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The defense stops it just short of the end zone. Spotted at the 1.
Chris, just really impressed by this defense. They're backed up near their own goal line, really doing a good job of rallying to the football these last couple plays. Now, let's see what happens here on this third and goal.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score.
He punches in for the score. Touchdown.
They slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. Well, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
But after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Quarterback was screwing it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? The receiver grabs it. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and the ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. The short completion to the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the quarterback is going to make a play through the air. With the catch, it's Dickey. Breaking free at the 35. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Coach Redo put it in on first and goal. 0 running routes, got right at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down and goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Jackson. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Texas Tech. No surprise there, Burke. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. And they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
The kickoff goes out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He'll hand it off. He finds some space. He passed the marker and still going. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. The ball is caught. He makes a tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station.
And the Red Raiders will kick this away to begin the second half. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with a touchback. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. And the run moves it up to the 33.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Top over the middle. It's Wilson. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there. Second down at the incompletion. Ball handed off. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line. Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. The throw. It's O'Neal. From the pocket, O'Neal goes over the middle. To be brought down to the 46. Good enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
That completion makes it second and medium. There's the handoff. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain at time.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third and short, they hand the ball off. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and one.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front, get a good push. You have to like that call in this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the first down.
Looking to pass this time. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff from the shotgun. Powers through. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Ramp down the middle. It's Jefferson. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch help add your stats.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. When you say methodical, marathon monster was just pounding away and wearing down the defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. On the run, it's Jackson. Waiting them off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Well, anytime I'm evaluating running backs, it's not just about speed and size and what he brings to the team. It's also about his toughness, yards after the contact. What kind of balance does he have? How about that run right there? You can bet his teammates and his coaches are very proud of that effort. What a heck of a run there for a nice game.
2nd down after that run in the previous play. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Makes a quick catch. And the game just good enough for a first down.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows you the accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. He just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Fights off the defender. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. But this comes up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
The risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. This will bounce and head out of bounds inside the 10. That's a great punt. The offense will be pinned back. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. So the drive will begin back up at their own 6-yard line. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Catch made over the middle.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Trying to find some room. It's Barry. Looks like Texas A&M will have the 1st down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Give it to the back again. Fights up the defender.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. To the air. It's O'Neal. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down. Stop at the 27.
Because it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And we're going to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle at the 40, and we're in a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys the 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a 1st down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
On the ground, it's Barry. He will be stopped for no gain.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Snags a good throw. They wrap it up after the completion, just short of the 1st down marker.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
And the Aggies will line up to boot it away. Not a very good boot. Sets up the offense in great field position. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 21. Looking to throw. It's Hammond. Taking a deep shot here to the right. The outfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know you're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Trying to get the throw up. And the pass is incomplete. That's 3 in a row. The passing game out of sync. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's going for it on fourth down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, that one hit.
Just when it looked like they might make this a run-score game, the quarterback gives it back to the defense. The line just got steeper, and they're running out of time here in the fourth quarter.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Leaning on the run game here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll try to run for the first down. Has a pass to the end zone. And he they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
The offense still out there. We're going for 2 here. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the extra point makes the lead 20 during the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. With time running out, serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
The passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon or this one will be over.
Back to pass. It's Hammond. And this pass is on target. Caught. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. The Red Raiders come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. He's going to take off here. He's found some room at the 45. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. And the Red Raiders lining up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Automatic on the PAT. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. But he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And now from the pistol formation. They'll hand it off. 5-yard gain for 2nd and 5. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Keeping it on the ground here. First down and more. He's still running. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They were taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. Working clock with the ground game. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the 2nd down play. And here's the handoff. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. They're going to run it. Gets the first and still running. They got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out. Learn something crazy, Kirk. That should be enough to secure this victory. They came in trying to dodge the upset in this early season showdown, and they passed the test.
This is a great game and a fun way to start the season. And I think the fact that the team that is expected to win wins this football game, they can use that as a confidence builder. And for the team that loses, think about this. It's still a long way to go to be able to kind of right the ship and kind of have the season you expect to have.
Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.